left him here?" Azil had dismounted and was looking around the small valley. "Was he bound?" "Why would he be bound?" BT asked. "Because if he had been, he would still be here." She let her head down, nearly resting her chin against her chest as she made a silent incantation, her hands glowing softly in a brilliant golden light. She placed them upon the ground, and the glow spread out like a rock tossed into a lake, causing ripples. Footprints that had not been visible before began to illuminate. "He went into the forest. How desperate is this man? What exactly is he running from?" Jed asked. "His destiny," Azil said, as she grabbed the pommel of her saddle and pulled herself up to sit astride her horse. "Are you concerned about your friend?" Jed whispered to BT. "Always," he replied. "I'm talking about her." He rolled his eyes to the side. "It looks like she's taken a keen interest in this, and I've never seen anything good come out of a witch's keen interest." "Neither have I." BT gently tapped Finn's flanks to have him follow Azil, who was moving quickly toward the tree line. She slowed as the path narrowed. "Something is not quite right." "A storm is brewing," Jed said. BT looked up at the clear sky. "My joints are howling," Jed answered the unasked question. "I wonder if it is too late to ask for my job back. I am following a witch into the Glassmere forest, heading toward the Rust Mountains." He shook his head. "This seemed like a much better idea within the safe confines of the town walls." "I'm not so sure how safe those walls are. Not after what I saw," BT told him. "Why are you stopping?" BT called out to Azil. "Are you one of those witches that melts from water?" One story, written 50 years ago in the mythical land of Oz, and the part about witches melting in water is what has lasting power. Do you realize how many ignorant men have been reduced to grubs because they doused a witch with a bucket of water believing they could defeat her? One of my order did have an allergy to water, but I can assure you it is exceedingly rare and wasn't fatal in any case." BT said nothing. He had wholeheartedly believed the story as it had been read to him by his mother. "I think she's lying," Jed sidled up to BT. "Makes sense to lie about that, doesn't it? No one would want it commonly known they could be taken out by a pail of water, would they?" "I can hear you," Azil told him. "How foul do you believe I would smell if I had not bathed in the 157 years of my life?" "She's got a point there. Her skin does look clean," BT said, clearly confused. "Witchcraft! It's all just an illusion," Jed whispered. "I'd not put it past her to enchant our nostrils and sight. The sun will be going down soon. We should find a place to camp. We can catch him in the morning. He will not be traveling fast with that old mare," BT advised the group. "No, we must press on," Azil replied. "Aren't you afraid you might step into a lake in the dark?" Jed asked. Azil's head sagged. "There is a reason I do not like being around humans much. It is tiring to spend time with a species that believes itself to be enlightened, but is in truth willfully ignorant to the wondrous world around them, so wrapped up in the minutiae." BT smiled. "I think she just called you an idiot." My wife, Ethel May the goddess Chandra rest her soul, called me much worse daily. I'm used to it." "Are you coming?" Azil asked. "If we don't," BT replied. "Suit yourself." She spurred her horse on. BT was in the middle of undoing the buckles for his saddle. "Shite." He tightened them back up. "So, we're truly going into the haunted woods at night. Whether or not she melts underwater, she is by far the most powerful among us and best suited to keeping us safe. Plus, I do not feel we should turn our backs on her."